everyone, and welcome back into another episode of the Bet on Me podcast. It's Thursday, January 13th, 2022. I am your host, Daniel Perkins, and let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. Didn't have a show yesterday, took the day off, had some things we had to take care of, but tonight we got a couple games in the NHL and in the NBA, and we're going to go ahead and pick them. We'll talk about the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies first, since the Grizzlies are on that win streak right now, and J.A. Morant is just on a tear, scoring over, I think it's like 20 points, 25 points. His over-under on the points tonight's 25 and a half, so, he'll probably get that. He'll probably go over tonight with the Timberwolves. He'll probably show out. I think the Grizzlies, they probably keep playing good. They're minus 4.5 tonight. They're favored. I'd take them on the money line, minus 196. Total there's 231.5. Yeah, I'd take the Grizzlies on the money line tonight. I'd think that would be a sure bet with the way he's playing. And prop bet tonight on that one would give J.A. first basket plus 550. That's the only prop bet I have tonight. I would go with J. Morant, first basket, plus 550. I really like that one. Another game I'm looking at tonight is the Golden State Warriors and the Bucks. The Warriors are a plus 1.5 dog on this one, plus 102. If Giannis is playing, I'm taking the Bucks. If Giannis isn't playing, I'm taking the Warriors. But I would take the Bucks on the money line for sure, minus 120. That's pretty good value. The total there is 223.5. Don't really want to mess with that, but I think the Bucks get the win tonight as long as Giannis plays. Also tonight we got the Nets and OKC. OKC going to the Nets building. Nets are favored by 7.5. Brooklyn at home with Kyrie, James Harden, Kevin Durant. Is there any more you need to say? Take the Nets, minus 7.5. That's probably the surest thing you can get today. Out of all the bets today, the OKC Brooklyn game is probably the surest bet you can make today. I like those points a lot, minus 7.5. Give them 8, dude. Give them 8. 219 is the total in that. Probably going to go over. The Nets are probably going to be. Here's the thing about that. The prop bets tonight on the points, I wouldn't mess with them because this is probably going to be a blowout, and guys are probably going to be sitting in the third quarter. That's what kind of game this is going to be. So, yeah, I would take people over on the points if you want to. I'd be careful on that one, depending on what they are. I looked at them. They're not out yet, which is unusual, so we'll wait till a little bit later and check it out. Portland Trailblazers against the Nuggets. Late game, last game of the night. I think the Nuggets are playing good basketball right now. They got the reigning MVP. I think Portland, depending on if Dame is playing or not, they kind of keep it close. But I think the Nuggets cover there, minus 10. They just been playing good ball. Portland, not as good as they were in the past years. I mean, Dame is always as good as he's ever been and getting better. But with no help up there, it's hard to play against these elite teams that have, 3 or 4 guys on the team that can, drop 40 on you a night. So it's pretty difficult for old Dame up there in Portland. They really need to get him some help. Last game on the NBA slate tonight is the Clippers and Pelicans. Clippers are dogs at plus 3.5. On the money line at plus 142. Pelicans are favored to win tonight. Money line minus 168 right now. Last I checked it, minus 3.5. I would take them on the points tonight. I think the Pelicans get the win. The total's 215. I think the Clippers are garbage. I think they've been garbage. I think Kawhi is trying to get out of there. I don't think the team is really. It's not where it was. It's never going to be a contender. I don't think the Clippers are ever going to be a contender until they have their own building, and they're their own entity there in LA. They're not going to be champions. So I'd take the Pelicans. I know they had a big win the other night, but I'd take the Pelicans tonight on the points, minus 3.5. That's all I got in NBA. I really don't have any prop bets for any of them. We can go ahead and look at the NHL now. I got the Seattle Kraken losing tonight to the St. Louis Blues. I'd take them on the money line. I know that's big. I wouldn't touch the puck line. I'm not giving the Blues a puck and a half against the Kraken. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think the Blues will win. I think it'll be a close game. The total's 6. Not really sure if it'll go over. Probably not going to mess with that. The only other game that I like tonight, I like the Blues winning on the money line on that one. The only game I like tonight that would probably give you value is I would take the Predators over the Buffalo Sabres minus 1.5 on the point spread. I'd give them, or puck spread there, I'd give them 1.5 pucks to beat the Sabres tonight. Sabres just not a good hockey team. I don't think they're playing good hockey. I'm not impressed with them. So Predators, a little bit of home cooking there, but I think the Predators beat them by a couple pucks tonight at home. I think that's a no-brainer. And like I said, I think the Krakens keep it interesting, but I think the Blues get it. So I wouldn't mess with that puck line. I would definitely go over there on the money line, though, with the Blues. Minus 205. Throw as much as you can on that one. Maybe parlay that one with the Predators and the money line. Nice little hockey parlay there. Predators on the money line, Blues on the money line. I'm sure that would give you some plus money if you were wanting to put some money on something. We got a ton of college basketball today. I looked at the games. I didn't like any of them, so I just stuck with my picks right here. We got NFL coming up this weekend. I can't wait for that. Playoffs are starting. We got wild card games. It's going to be great. I cannot wait to watch this weekend. The Steelers are in the playoffs, and Big Ben saying that they're not as good as other teams and all this and that. And, man, look, you got in on a technicality. If you can make it to the dance, go to the damn dance. Don't worry about how you got there. I mean, if the door opens and you can get your foot in, just start running, guys. Who cares? I mean, Steelers Nation, let's go, right? Steelers to head to the Super Bowl. A lot of people are picking the Green Bay Packers, and a lot of people right now are thinking, Patty Mahomes is going to take them back down there. So I don't know, man. I'm sticking with Tom. I think Tom and Gronk are going to get them one more, and then Tom rides off into the sunset. But it's going to be a very interesting weekend. Scheduled to have a guest on Friday, I believe, to talk about the games. We'll see how that goes. A little NFL action, a little playoff picture. See how things work on that. And I think that's the podcast today, guys. Yeah, short one today. Usually through the week like this, they're short. I'm going to try to get more guests on through the week if I can. That way, got more content to give you guys. But, first and foremost, I'm always picking games this weekend. I'll go ahead and pick all the NFL games again. And coming up soon, I'm going to have to start looking at college basketball because March is rolling around the corner. So I'm going to have to start looking at college basketball. It's about that time to look at the teams, see where everybody is, see what they're doing. I've been watching. I don't like to bet on basketball before a certain time of the season. I told you guys, if you listen to early episodes of the podcast, I don't bet on the NBA till after Christmas. I really don't like messing with it. I watch it, but people really don't start playing. I mean, before Christmas, was JA on a tear like this? No. Memphis was looked at as a poor team, that wasn't doing that great. And then after Christmas, when things get going, teams get rolling, people start playing, and stuff starts happening. So it's just one of those things. College basketball is the same way. It's really fun to watch, but, the tournament's coming up. Can't wait to do that. Might get some kind of leaderboard or something, give away some prizes. I don't know. Just depends on what you guys think. Leave me some thoughts in the comments on something you guys would like to do for that. Anyway, I'm rambling on again. Thanks so much for joining me on this Thursday, guys. We're halfway through January almost, 2022, trucking right along. Let's get it done. Let's go out here. Let's get these bets in tonight. Make sure you're looking for the best value. All my picks are free. I've got premium picks, my best bets, my bet it all picks over on the website. You can get all those links up here in the bio over on the Twitter page. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the Bet On Me podcast. Thank you so much for downloading. You can listen to the podcast on all platforms. Any platform out there you can listen to a podcast on, you can get this podcast on, guys. All right? Once again, thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget to hurry up and go get those bets in.